Hello friends, now in this lecture we'll see some different type of expression whose factors we have to find. So let us start some with the questions. Here is the very first question that I'm going to see. It is x minus a. We have to find the factors. So I'm writing over here, factorize the following. Factorize the following. Okay, in this, the very first question is x minus 1 minus x minus 1 whole square plus ax minus a plus ax minus a. This is almost similar to the grouping the terms, but slowly I will increase the level. So this is the one of the, I can say, easiest question. So let us see how to factorize this. See, from first to uh, we can take common 1. If I take 1 common, I will get x minus 1. Here I already have x minus 1, and from these two, if I take a common, I will get x minus 1. So by taking 1 common from here, I can see x minus 1 will be there in all terms. So here x minus 1 minus x minus 1 whole square plus ax minus a. So from here I took 1 common, so x minus 1 minus x minus 1, and although this is not required, but for your convenient I am writing x minus 1 two times so that you can take x minus 1 directly common. Over here I can take a common, so x minus 1. Now from these three terms you can see x minus 1 can be taken common. So what I will left with 1 minus, okay, 1 minus 1 minus x minus 1 plus a. Okay, here outside there is minus sign, so now I will open the bracket. So here I do get x minus 1, 1 minus x plus 1 plus a. So my final answer is in first bracket x minus 1, then here 1 plus 1, 2. So a minus x plus 2. Okay, I wrote a with positive sign, then minus x, then 1 plus 1, 2. So this is the final answer, or I can say these are the factors of the given expression. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is a cube x plus, next question is a cube x plus a square x minus y minus a y plus z minus z. Okay, so think for a while that how you will find the factors of this expression, then I will give you its solution. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. See, if I think that I can take common from first two, it is possible to take common from first two. We have common a square from first two. Now, If we talk about these two here, I can take minus 1 common, nothing else. So let us see, if I take a square common, so here I'll get ax, okay, and here I do get x minus y. Now if I take minus 1 common, here I do get a y plus z plus z. That means I will get ay plus az plus z. Now these two quantities are not same, so it is not possible to factorize it further. That means if I take common from first two and next two, it is not possible to factorize it further. Now if I think that if I take common first from first and third, and from second and fourth, again you can see definitely from first and third we can take common a. So for that I have to rewrite in this way. Okay, I wrote first, then third term, then second, and the last term. Now from these two I can take a common. So here I do get a square x minus y plus z. And from these two again I can take one common only. So I do get a square x minus y minus z. Now if I solve this further, so a square x minus y minus z plus 1, from here I do get a square x, yes, okay, and minus a square y minus z. So I got this same, minus z again same, but this term is different. Here I have a square y and here I have only y. That means it is not possible to factorize this further again. So it means I have to think something different to factorize this. So see, it is not possible to take the find the factors by taking common. So now what I will do, I will open the bracket. So when I open the bracket, here I get a cube x plus a square x minus a square y minus ay minus az minus z. Now I will check, is it possible to take common from first two, next two and next two, or is it possible to take common from first three and next three, and so on. So if I see, yes, first two, from first two I can take a square x common. So when I take a square x common, here I do get a, here 1. Now from these two I can take minus ay common. So if I take minus ay common, here I do get a, here I will get plus 1. And then from these two I can take minus z common. So here I do get a plus 1. So here you can see that a plus 1 is common in all these three terms when I took common from first two, from next two, and from next two. So now from these three I can take common a plus 1. So here I left with a square x minus ay minus z. Okay, so these are the final factors of the given expression. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Next question is ax minus ax minus ax plus by whole square, ax plus b plus a square x plus a square x plus aby plus by plus by. So think for a while that how you will factorize this, then I give you the solution. Okay, so let us see how to factorize this. Ax minus ax plus by whole square plus a square x plus aby plus by. Now, one thing that comes in mind, that if I expand this, because it is not possible to take common from these two, it is possible to take common from these two, but this will left alone. So then I have to take these two together. So here I will change the order. So here first I am writing ax, then I took that last term, that is by, over here. Then I'm writing this as it is ax plus by whole square. Now this gives me one idea, that here I have ax plus by, so one can be taken common. That means from these two terms I can take ax plus by common. So now I will check the remaining terms, that is a square x plus aby. From these two, if I take a common, here I left with ax and here I left with by. That means after taking common a from these two and 1 from these two, in brackets I do get ax plus by over here. Over here as it is directly given, and over here again I will get ax plus by in the bracket, and then I will take that common to get its final factor. So here I took 1 common, so I got ax plus by minus ax plus by whole square, plus from these two I can take a common, so ax plus by. Now you can see we have ax plus by over here. Here it is square, so definitely one ax plus by I will take common, and here again I can take ax plus by common. So after taking ax plus by common, here I left with 1 minus of ax plus by, okay, plus a. Now here I have to open the bracket, so ax plus by, and over here 1 minus ax minus by plus a. So these are the final factors of the given expression. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now we will see the next question. Okay, next question is 1 plus a plus b plus c. Okay, 1 plus a plus b plus c plus ab plus bc plus ca plus abc. Okay, so think that how you will get the factors of this. So many terms are there. Okay, so try to find the factors. One hint that I can give you, that definitely you won't get common from first to the next two and the next two. You have to rearrange the terms to get the common term. So try to rearrange the terms in a way so that you can get common. And also after taking common, whatever will be left in the bracket should be same, so that you can find the factors further. Okay, so think for a while. Okay, so let me give you its solution. 1 plus a plus b plus c plus ab plus bc plus ca plus a plus b plus abc. Okay, so here definitely we have to rearrange the terms. So suppose I want to take common 1 plus a. Okay, suppose I want to take common in such a way that 1 plus a will be in the bracket. For example, if I take 1 common, here I will get 1 plus a. Okay, this I am taking as it is. Now, if I take this b and ab all together, b plus ab, and then if I take b common, again I will get 1 plus a. Okay, then definitely from these two I can take c common, but after taking c common from these two, okay, I'm talking about these two, if I take c common, I won't get 1 plus a in the bracket, so this is not the correct selection. So with c I have to take this actually. With c, if I take over here ac, so after taking c common, I'll get 1 plus a in the bracket. Okay, now only two terms left, these two. So after taking BC common from these two, again I will get 1 plus a. So here I can say in this arrangement it is possible to take common, and it is also possible to get the same thing, that is 1 plus a in the bracket. So this is the way. Definitely I will proceed, but suppose I want to factorize this in such a way that in first bracket I do get 1 plus b. For a while, if I think that I will take these two together, 1 plus b, by taking common. Now I have to take this a with ab. If I take these two, a plus ab, then definitely after taking a common, after taking common a, I will get 1 plus b, isn't it? Now if I take these two terms, b plus, sorry, c plus bc, c plus bc, so here if I take c common, I will get 1 plus b in the bracket. And finally two terms which left, if I take ca common from these two, I will get 1 plus b in the bracket. That means it is possible to factorize this by more than one way. First I told you that after taking common, I will left with 1 plus a in the bracket. Then I explained you another method in which I am getting 1 plus b in the bracket. It is also possible to factorize this by taking the terms in such a way that we will get 1 plus c in the bracket. So any one method I am going to give you as a solution. Remaining two methods you have to do by your own. So for that, first of all, I have to rearrange the terms. So first I will write 1 plus a, then b plus ab. Okay, then b plus ab. I'm putting dot so that I'll get which terms I have already taken over here. Okay, then c plus ac, c plus ac, and finally two terms left, that is bc plus abc. Okay, just is a rearrangement of terms, and now it is possible to take common from first two, then from next two, then from next two, and so on. So from these two I can take common 1, so here I will get 1 plus a. From these two I can take common b, so here I will get 1 plus a. From these two I can take common c, so here I will get 1 plus a. From these two I can take common bc, so I will get 1 plus a. Now each term of this expression has 1 plus a within it. So now I will take that 1 plus a common. So here I do get 1 plus b plus c plus bc. So this is my final answer. Now one thing more, even though if I take 1 plus b common, so definitely this expression will be different. That means for the same expression, it is possible to find different set of factors. Let me explain you in this way. Suppose I have a term 24, so I can write this as 3 into 8. as well as 2 into 12 as well as 4 into 6. So all these are the factors which is equal to 24. So it is possible to get the different set of factors for the same expression. Okay, the only thing is that when you multiply those two factors, you should get the original or the given expression. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so let, let us see the next question. Okay, next question is x square plus y square, x square plus y square plus 2 xy plus yz plus zx. Okay, so again I will give you some time to think over that, and then I will give you its solution. Okay, so let us see its solution. X square plus y square plus 2xy plus yz plus zx. Now, very first thing that should come in your mind, we have x square plus y square. So whenever you see x square plus y square, there should be there is an identity that should come in your mind, that is, it might be x square plus y square plus 2xy or minus 2xy, whatever. That means a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So here you can see when I multiply 2 with this xy, definitely I am going to get 2xy. So here I can write x square plus y square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. So now first three terms of this expression gives you the identity of x plus y whole square. Now from these two you can take 2z common. If you take 2z common, here you will get y plus x. That is x plus y is the same thing. That means here I have x plus y into x plus y, and over here I have 2z into x plus y. Now from these two you can say we have x plus z. Here again we have, sorry, x plus y. Here again we have x plus y. So from these two I take x plus y common. So here I do get x plus y plus 2z. Okay, this is the one way. So note it down, then I will give you one more way to find the factors of this expression. Now let us see one more method for the same expression. So here we have x square plus y square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2yz plus 2z. Actually there are three more no. Okay, one more method is there. Now see, uh, if you observe this carefully, you will find this is look alike an identity of a plus b plus c whole square. That identity is a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca. Only one term is missing. If I say the identity of x plus y plus z whole square, so I should get x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Okay, this should be the identity. So here five terms are there, z square is missing. So what I will do to complete the identity, I add z square as well as I subtract x z square. So here I do write x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx minus z square. Here I added z square, here I am subtracting z square so that questions remains same. Now these first six terms of this expression gives you the identity of x plus y plus z whole square, and here it is minus z square, isn't it? First six terms gives you identity of a plus b plus c whole square, and here it is again complete square. Now here we can see this is the identity of a square minus b square. That means square of one quantity minus square of second quantity, and we know that a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, that means this is equal to product of sum of those two quantities and difference of those two quantities. So here I can write this I am considering as A and this I am considering as B. So instead of this I do write this, so it will be more clear to this. So A plus B. So here A, okay, A plus B into A minus B. So if I, however, here even though I won't apply this bracket, this was okay. But keep habit of that putting bracket, because sometime it happens that the second term has, or the second quantity has more than one term, and if you do write directly, then it won't, you won't be able to change the sign. So there might be a mistake of sign. So keep the habit of applying bracket. So here I do get x plus y plus z plus z, and here I do get x plus y plus z minus z. So this minus z plus z will cancel out, and here z plus z 2z. So I do get x plus y plus 2z and x plus y. So you can see even though the answers are same, only the sequence is different, but that doesn't matter because these two are the product. So whether I do write 2 into 3 or 3 into 2, that means even while multiplying, if I change the order, it doesn't matter, it remains same. So there are two ways, first one and this is the second one. So note it down, the second one, and then we will see the next question. Okay, so next question is, now next question is x plus 4 whole square, x plus 4 whole square minus 5xy minus 20y minus 5xy minus 20y minus 6y square minus 6y square. So again, before I start, I will give you some time to think over this, and then I will give you its solution. Okay, so x plus 4 whole square minus 5xy minus 20y minus 6y square. See, this is the complete square. Now, if it is possible to write this term or these three terms in the form of a complete square, then after that I can apply the identity of a minus b whole square. So, uh, now here first of all I am taking minus sign common. So here I do get 5xy plus 20y plus 6y square. So this might be a complete square because we have 6y square over here. So let me rewrite this: x plus 4 whole square minus 6y square plus 5xy plus 20y. Okay, so now it looks like a quadratic, but obviously it's a quadratic. So we'll try to find the factors of this expression by splitting the middle term. So let me try over here: 6y square plus 5xy plus 20y. So okay, so I have to find the factors of 20 and 6. So factors of 20 are 2 into 5 into 2, and factors of 6 are 2 into 3. So using these all factors, I have to get 5x. Okay, so 10 minus 10 minus 12, I won't get 5. 8 minus 15, again I won't get 5. 20 minus 6, again I won't get 5. 30 minus 4, again I won't get 5. So here it is little bit might be it is not possible to convert in complete square. So let us think in a different way. So let me rewrite this step once again. Here this is x plus 4 whole square minus 5xy minus 20y, okay, minus 20y and minus 6y square. Okay, so it's quite possible that this is a square and this might be a b square. So here I have x plus 4 whole square minus, from these two I can take minus 5 common. Okay, so I will get 5x plus 4. Okay, that is again not going to set this in any identity. Okay, so this is x plus 4 whole square minus 5xy minus 20 minus 6y square. Okay, so see, from next two from here I can take minus 5y common, so here I will get x plus 4 minus 6y square, isn't it? Now here I have x plus 4, here again I have x plus 4. So for a while I am assuming let x plus 4 is equal to uh, a. Okay, so therefore this will become a square minus 5ya minus 6y square. Now definitely this is a quadratic expression whose factors we can find by splitting the middle term. So let us see how to find this. Now here I have a square minus 5ay minus 6y square. So now I have to find the factors of 1 multiplied by 6 to get 5. So here factors of 6 will be 2 and 3 and 1. So here I can write a square. Now this minus 5ay I can write minus 2ay minus 3ay. Okay, now definitely I do check whether their sum is this or not. Yes. Whether the product of these two is plus 6a square y square. But the product of first and last must be minus. That means these uh, terms are incorrect. So here I do write a square minus 6ay. That means first I took these two as a factor, which was wrong. Now I will take this in a one group and this in another group. Minus 6ay plus ay minus 6y square. Now you can see their sum is again minus 5ay as well as their product is plus 6a square y square. So absolutely correct. So now from these two I'll take a common. So here I get a minus 6y. From these two I can take y common. So I'll get a minus 6y. Now from these two I will take a minus 6y common. So here I will get a plus y. Now there isn't any term a in the expression. So now again I will put the value of a, whatever I assumed. It was x plus 4. So here x plus 4 minus 6y and x plus 4 plus y. These are the factors of the given expression. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, so again, before I move to the next question, let me explain you this once again. See, here x plus 4 whole square minus 5x minus 25 minus 6y square. So here actually this term is not that much required because again that I wrote this term. Okay, but at that time I was trying to make it a complete square. So it was not possible to make it a complete square. So I took common from first 2 minus 5y. That gives me x plus 4 in the bracket. And x plus 4 we have over here as well. So I replace this x plus 4 by a different variable, that is a. Then this expression becomes a square minus 5ya minus 6y square. Now this is I can say a quadratic expression, and that can be factorized by splitting the middle term, and for that I need to find the factors of coefficient of this first term and the constant term. So here the factors we'll find of 6. So 2 into 3 into 1. So first I wrote over here minus 2ay minus ay. Further I get to know that those two terms were incorrect because their product was not the product of first and last term. So again I make a different group 6 and 1. So here minus 6ay plus ay. Now from these two I can take a common easily, so I will get a minus 6y. From these two I took y common, so again here I got a minus 6y. And then it is very easy to take a minus 6y common. I left with a plus y. And finally what I did, I kept the value of a, that was x plus 4, that I assumed over here. So I hope this is clear to you. Now we will see the next question. Okay, next question is a square plus 5a whole square. A square plus 5a whole square plus 4a square plus 4a square minus 2a square b minus 2a square b minus 10ab minus 10ab plus 20a. Okay, so again, before I give you the solution, uh, try by yourself whether you are able to find its factors or not. Okay, so let us see how to find its solution. Here we have a square plus 5a whole square plus 4a square minus 2a square b minus 10ab plus 20a. Okay, so we have to find the factors. So let us see how to see. Here we have a square 5a. So again I'm thinking in that way that if it is possible to get common from this and this, which is equal to a square 5a, then definitely it is possible to factorize further. Now here we have a square plus 5a, so definitely if I take common, definitely they have something common, but after taking common in the bracket I won't get both term positive because there is a negative sign, isn't it? If I take whatever is common in bracket, I will get something minus something that is definitely not going to the similar to this. So here before I take common, I do write these two terms which are positive together, so that after taking common I will get the both term positive in the bracket. Similarly, these two are the both are the negative terms. So from this, if I take something negative common, definitely in the bracket I will get both the terms positive. And if those are equal to this, then it is possible to find the factors of this expression. Otherwise, we have to think in a different way. So here, a square plus 5a, I do write as it is. Here 4a square plus 20a minus 2a square b minus 10ab. Okay, so here a square plus 5a, that I write as it is. From these two, what I can take common? 4a, not only 4. Definitely I can take 4a common, but if I take only 4 common, here I will get a square plus 5a, and that was my target. Okay, my target was to get the quantity, this quantity in this bracket, as well as I will try to get the same quantity in the next bracket by taking common from next two. So from here uh, I can take minus 2b common, minus 2b, so a square plus 5a. Okay, you can check, if you multiply this you will get minus 2a square b, and here minus 10ab. Okay, so it is Very clear now that I should take a square plus 5a common from these three terms, first, second and third. So here I do get, see here I have a square plus 5a whole square. So after taking common a square plus 5a, I will left with a square plus 5a. Here plus or here minus 2b. So these are the factors of this expression. So please note it down. Okay, so now before I proceed to the next question, uh, let us try to solve this um, by a different method. That means if without arranging, see these two have something common. Also, these two have something common. So if I start with that only, so let me see, is it possible to find its factors further or not? See, these two have common 2a square, isn't it? 2a square is common, so here 2, here it is minus b, 2 minus b. If I take 2a square common, here I do get 2 minus b. And from here, if I take uh, 5a common, isn't it? This is 2 into 5 into a into b, so I can take 5a common. So if I take 5a common, here I will get minus 2b, or better to take 10a common, because both have 10a. So if I take 10a common, I will get minus b, and if I take 10a common, I will get plus 2a, sorry, plus 2 only. Okay, 10a into minus b is minus 10ab, and 10a into 2 is 20a. So it is possible to take, see here it is 2 minus b, here again it is 2 minus b. Minus b plus 2 is actually 2 minus b. So let me rewrite this term so that you can easily see what we have common in this two. 2a square, here it is 2 minus b, here plus 10a 2 minus b. Okay, I wrote this term just by changing these position of these two terms, so that we can easily see, yes, 2 minus b is common. Now I will take 2 minus b common from these two. I do write this as it is, and 2 minus b common, so here I'll get 2a square plus 10a. Okay, 2 minus b common, 10 2a square plus 10a. Now from these two I can take common 2. I can take 2 common from these two. So here I do get a square plus 5a whole square plus 2 minus b, and if I take 2 common, what I will get, a square plus 5a, isn't it? If I take 2 common, I will get a square plus 5a, 2a square plus 10. Now we can see a square plus 5a is in both the terms. So if I take a square plus 5a common from this first term and this from second term, I will left with a square plus 5a plus 2 minus b multiplied by 2. And finally, when I multiply this 2 with this, I will get a square plus 5a, here a square plus 5a plus 4 minus 2b. Okay, so this is one more way, and I hope you can see that these two factors, what we got here and what we got in the previous method, both are same. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Now let us see the next question. Next question is 8a minus 2b whole square. 8a minus 2b whole square plus 4b minus 2a minus 1. 4b minus 2a minus 1. So again, before I give you the solution, think for a while, then I will give you its solution. Okay, so let us see how to find its factor. 8a minus 2b whole square plus 4b minus 2a minus 1. Okay, so here we have 8a minus 2b whole square. Now here if you observe, if I take 2 common, I might get a minus 2b, or if I take minus a common, sorry, minus 2 common, definitely I will get 8 minus 2b. So let us see what we can do after that. So before that, I'm writing in this way, minus 2a plus 4b minus 1. Now 8a minus 2b whole square. From this I can take minus 2 common, so a minus 2b minus 1, isn't it? Now this is not the complete square, otherwise we can try the identity of a square minus 2ab. Also this is not positive. It is also a square, but it is not positive. So here definitely we are not going to get a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square. So we have to split this in, we have to apply the method of splitting the middle term. Now before I proceed to make it simpler, what I will do, I'll say let a minus 2b is equal to x. Therefore here I can write 8x square minus 2x minus 1. Now it is easy to find its factors because we know how to get the factors of this type of expression. This type of expression, that is expression which are in the form are quadratic. Okay, this is a quadratic expression. So here to find its factors, we'll split the middle term. To split the middle term, we have to find the factors of a multiplied by c, that is 8 multiplied by 1, that is 8. So factors of 8 are 2, 2 and 2. Now using these factors, what you have to do, you have to split the middle term. So if I take this all together and 1, so 8 and 1 definitely not going to give me 2. So this is incorrect combination. Now another one, I take these two together and these two together, that means 4 and 2. Definitely their difference is 2 and we need negative 2, so I do write minus 4 plus 2. Okay, so here further it will become 8x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 1. Okay, minus 4x plus 2x minus 1. Now from these two I can take 4x common, so here I will get 2x minus 1. From these two I can take 1 common, so 2x minus 1. Okay, now from these two I can take 2x common. So if I take 2x minus 1 common, so here I left with 4x plus 1. So this is my final answer. No, this is not the final answer. Why? Because the expression that we have to factorize does not contains x. What is x? X I assumed as a minus 2b. So I do put the value of x. So 2 into a minus 2b minus 1, and over here 4 into a minus 2b plus 1. Now I will open the bracket. So here I do get 2a minus 4b minus 1, and over here 4a minus 8b plus 1. So these are the required factors of the given expression. So uh, please note it down. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you. Take care. Stay at home.